Hi, Rihanna. Rihanna. I don't know which one. Hey, Valentina. Hey, Allie. I'm seeing some names of people who registered, so that's good. That means it actually told you. It's hit or miss. Hey, Annabelle. How is everybody? Oh, I'm glad the Discord reminder actually helps, because I feel like sometimes I just do that and I'm like, I don't know if anyone actually cares, but I'll keep sending them then. I'm glad that that you like that. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Jordan. To the Diary Detectives, Jordan is our newest member. Jordan, I don't think you're in the Discord yet, but if you want to be in, we will help you get set up. But everyone say hi. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Velvet. Oh, good. I mean, I'm glad that I reminded you then if you wanted to be here. Oh, yes, thank you, Felicia. You guys are different, though. I know that you care and you want to be here, but the other one, I don't know. People stay in it, so I'm sure it's fine. Hey, Penny. Yes, welcome, welcome. We have Holly, too, is one of our newest detectives. 95% sure I'm in the Discord. Okay, let's see. I'll check. Did you get an email from... Okay, and I literally have asked... I forget every time I ask people, like, what, do you get an email from Discord or from Patreon? And I've had the answer given to me, and I forget it now because there's so many. But check in your email for an email from Patreon or from Discord. Probably it's from Patreon. I think it's from Patreon. And then inside it's like a welcome email, I think. And then inside the... I know you did. I know, Felicia. But the problem is, when it's two things, I go back and forth, and then I don't know which one was the actual right thing. But I think now that I'm saying it out loud, it's Patreon that sends the email. And then within the Patreon email, it tells you about the benefits, and it says the Discord is listed as a benefit, and then there should be a link there to join it. I think I talked myself into remembering. Could you give me a recap of what you missed? I can try. Thanks, Felicia. I know. And you're like, I screenshotted my email. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Last week, we read through February. January was definitely the most interesting so far. January was the month that Ralph gave us the diagram of the train accident, which was crazy. February was a little bit more mild. He did have another boil that needed to be lanced. I know I do need a post-it note on my computer screen, and just like with that one fact in there, because every time I need it, it's not in the brain. So hold on. Yes, I just started Lex. I'm just going over what we did last week, like what happened in February. Return of the boil, exactly. So he did have another boil incident. He had it lanced by Dr. What's his name? We have his name somewhere. He did a lot of like traveling back and forth. Yeah, the train emoji. Olive, we're reading an old diary, and I'm just recapping what happened in the month before we start reading through March. And diary from 1901. So, he had his neck boil. I said that like 5 times now. He went back and forth on the train doing his work. We learned actually a little bit more about cross-sectioning bridges. It's something that engineers do. They basically draw a diagram of the bridge which has all of the like forces and measurements and stuff. So that's what he's doing. And it turns out that in 1901, I read in an article about him, he worked for this railroad, which, I mean, we've surmised that at this point, that he worked for the CB and Q Railroad. And he was actually listed as a draftsman for their construction projects. So he's, like, going around probably drawing up, the diagrams of the bridges that are there so that they can, make new lines or fix things or move things, plan things. That's what he's doing. So, I'm trying to think, like, specifically last month. There was a little Valentine's Day party He didn't really mention anything specific about it, but he did go to a Valentine's Day party. I wonder if I go into the Discord and I look at our goals or our research points that I wrote down, that might help. So, we found out, I mean, this isn't really like that interesting, but we found out the name of the person who owns the house that he is boarding in, Mrs. Hunt, and I found them in a census. He went to a YMCA convention. He went to a oratorical, like, I think debate. I think it was called an oratorical something. I don't know what he called it, but it was really fancy. That's the convention. Hold on. He wrote down everyone who won. Here. No. Yeah, here. The state oratorical contest. Yeah, I did. I found her husband, and she was listed with him. I think it was listed on the same street too that he was on, so I'm pretty sure it's them. And they had a bunch of boarders. I just forgot to check it off. So yeah, I mean, he did a couple of interesting things, but most of the time he was just back and forth for work, which reminds me, I want to open up, I started a Google Earth map of all the different places he goes, or like some of them. No, not that one. This one. These are fun to make. The only thing I wish that it had, I don't know why it always brings me to Africa automatically. I wish you could easily find like map distances between places, like not like just distances, but directions, like driving distances. You can measure, but I haven't really figured out how to do like, I want directions from here to here. But anyways, it's cool that all of the towns that I'm plotting, I'm doing them all in purple. They form the shape of the railroad. So it's cool that you can kind of see his normal track back and forth that he takes, and then sometimes he goes up here. And that actually matches the railroad map that he has. And it actually, well, I mean, I know in the beginning it's a little slow, we haven't started reading yet, but I'm going to, while I'm at it, pull up. I like the other map. Well, there's this one. This is a map of the Burlington route, but there's another one that I like better. This one. I like this one because you can really zoom in and you see all the places, and often he'll mention like, oh, I went to this place and then I went to this place and then I went to this place, and it's along the line of the railroad, so I just think it's pretty cool to visualize it. So we can start reading March. I have not been catching up with the chat, so hold on. Will you be doing this for the Weatherman Diaries too? Oh, the map? We do have a map for them. I just haven't really shared it. But yeah, in the Diary Detective group, we've shared like that kind of stuff in our research. It's cool to have a map because you can just like put all the places, all the points. Okay. What state is this in? It's in Iowa. Oh, thank you, Allie. Gonna be cozy and play some Sims. Oh, I love Sims. I haven't played in so long. And yeah, I think Annabelle, hold on, I need to start streaming on Twitch. I know, I need to start streaming on Twitch, but my plan didn't work. So I have to figure out a new plan. And it's hard to do for me. Someone had asked about free searching. Hold on, I lost the comment. Are there any free websites that help you research? Yeah, so newspapers.com and Ancestry are not free. They are valuable, though. If you're, like, really trying to do deep research, it helps. Findagrave.com is free. It's just, like, a database that you can search, and I find that very helpful. There are also, I think we were talking about this last week, but a lot of times if you're looking for specific family members, or like if you're looking in very specific places, you can reach out to the libraries in those places and they probably have newspapers available. Sometimes they even have like a online searchable version. I know for the 1917 diary that I read, it took place in Brooklyn, and the Brooklyn the cats are being crazy. The Brooklyn Library has free access to those like major Brooklyn newspapers, so I've been able to search those for free. But a couple of, this was actually in the Diary Detectives video chat that we were talking about this. That's why I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I didn't say it to all of you. I was doing some family research on my great-grandparents, and I knew like when they passed away and where, and I knew that they would have had obituaries, but those newspapers weren't available on the newspapers.com database, whatever, searchable. So I reached out to the library in that city, and they were able to actually look through the newspaper because I had a specific date that I was looking for, and then they clipped it and they sent it to me, so it was really cool. So you can definitely access a lot of resources with libraries, you just have to search for them. And then another free one that was mentioned was familysearch.com. Archive.org is free too. I don't know, it just kind of has everything, so you can search the person and it has all the records and stuff, but like, you really gotta dig. You signed up for both those, you're addicted to researching, I love it. That's the problem, we get everyone addicted. But it's a safe addiction. Facebook pages, yes, Penny, thank you. That's another really good one that I always forget to mention. Facebook pages based on like the cities that you're looking into. So for me, when I was reading the Weatherman Diaries, it was Fairfax, Iowa. Well, actually, I never was able to join a Fairfax, Iowa page. They blocked me. But the Waterloo one is a good example. So in Waterloo, Iowa, they have a historic Waterloo photos Facebook page. And if you explain what you're doing and why you're there, most of the time, they'll let you in. And you can see old pictures. I know, no recipes. Yeah, I'm a little bit sore about the Fairfax one, but didn't make any sense. So anyways, Facebook groups are a good thing too if you're on Facebook. Hey Phoebe, I'm glad you're here too. I saw your comment before and I forgot to say hey. It's going well. Okay, so I don't know why they blocked me. I can tell the story quickly and then we can get started. But basically it was a Fairfax, Iowa town Facebook page, and it was before I had too much drama, I know. It was before I had a contact with a descendant of the diary at all. So I was still looking, and we were at a complete dead end finding someone who was a relative of the writers, and the writers were in Fairfax. So I thought, this wasn't that long ago. There's probably people in Fairfax that knew this family, because it's such a small town, and it seems like the family names have like continued on. Like the people who are in town have been there for a while. So I thought, I'll join a Fairfax, Iowa Facebook group and make a post about the diary that I'm researching and ask if anyone knows anything about it or anything about the person. So what I did was, when you want to join a Facebook group, you have to answer the questions. And one of the questions was do you live in Fairfax? I'm like, no, but, and I explained the whole project in the questions. And the person who accepts or denies your requests, I guess, denied me, and then messaged me and said, just so you know, this is a page for Fairfax, Iowa, not Virginia, and blocked me. And then I responded, or I tried to respond to her, that I know that. I wasn't looking for Fairfax, Virginia. I was looking for Fairfax, Iowa. I'm excited to talk to people from Fairfax, Iowa. And she had blocked me. So, I don't really know why she blocked me. Maybe she thought I was spam or something. But it was frustrating because she didn't give me a chance to respond to her that I wasn't looking for Virginia. But whatever. I ended up meeting Jim, the diary writer's great-grandson anyways. We don't need the Facebook group. But the comment about the recipes is making fun of how, forget how we saw this, but in the page they were fighting. Oh, it was another page that was stemmed off of that one, because, every Facebook page has, vigilante, they go off and do another thing. They were mad because someone posted recipes in the page and they got taken down or something because they weren't allowed. Yeah, they could have been an older person scared I was there to steal information. It could have been something like that, but it also was the reason that they gave was that it's Fairfax, Iowa, not Virginia, and she never gave me a chance to answer her, but it's fine. It's funny now because we actually did meet a descendant. It's in the past. I don't care. But when it happened, I was like, no, because it was a light bulb moment. I could try to, meet someone through the Facebook page, you know, I really thought that it was going to be like, finally, we're going to make some progress, and we didn't. Yeah. Yeah, for a while we're like, the Diaries cursed. Definitely. They don't want us there. They're like highly suspicious. Hi, Grandma. Ian's not here. He's traveling again. So he won't be able to say hi. Patiently waiting for March 20th because it's your mom's birthday. Oh, March 19th is my birthday, so we'll have 2 days of diary birthdays. All right, let's get started. So, March 3rd, we've got this weird habit that well, okay, now I'm wondering if this number has anything to do with the temperature, but I don't think it does. Sometimes he'll write a number here, or tally marks, or Roman numerals. So I don't really know how to, like, notate that, but I'm just going to write stormy 3. I like that the weather was stormy. Number 12, to Burlington, to bed at 5 a.m. Ralph's capital letters get me every time. 28 miles. Station plat of West Point. Burl Div. That means probably Burlington Division. Yeah, Ian sounds like a regular Ralph. I know, he's been traveling a lot lately for work. It's sad. It's just me and my cats. Oops. I said they're gonna forget who he is. I'm dramatic. At least he doesn't usually travel over the weekends. It's just like during the week. Uh-oh, unstable internet connection. Here we go. Okay, Saturday, March 2nd. We've got a clear, and we've got a 3. I don't know what the 3 is. Yes, he can FaceTime them. We did yesterday. I was cooking, and I was FaceTiming him and showing Claude begging for the food. Finished tracing of West Point in AM. Started plat of Libertyville. C, F, M, and DM. Is that correct? I remember last time we'd figured it out, but Fort Madison. Something Fort Madison and Des Moines, yeah. Rural Division. Unstable internet. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. Well, so Jordan, you weren't around a while ago, like I'm talking months ago, when I was still living at my parents' house. The internet was constantly horrible. And we had to, it was like every single live, I would have to sit here and be like, okay, let me know when I'm not frozen anymore, and like singing to myself, just waiting. And, is what crossing? Is it crossing? Clear. Finished tracing of West Point in AM. Started plat Libertyville. Extra clear. Thank you. I don't know where the crossing is, what crossing you're talking about. I know that. Well, yeah, that is true. That live did get botched because I was upstairs. Who would have known? February had expenses off the bat, but March he's not doing any money business. I'm sure he will. Felicia, hold tight. Georgiana probably went through the same because Ralph would travel a lot for work. Yeah, that's very true. I remember how your setup was drastically different then. Yeah, I know, I did. I had like my phone set up in front of my face. It was very hard to... Oh, is the C crossing? Oh, yeah, I think, is that what we figured out last time? It might be. Who knows? Because it looks like one long thing, but it's an abbreviation for something. It could be Chicago. Yeah, because there's like different railroads and all of them have... Oh, I think it's maybe the crossing between some Chicago, Fort Madison, and Des Moines. I don't know. I'm running to get my setup because I don't want to be behind. Yeah, I used to have the phone... my head, the phone, my iPad, and then my computer, and it was all set up, and then I figured out how to do the desktop streaming, and now I'm trying to figure out how to do Twitch streaming too, but it's not as straightforward as one would think. Okay. Sunday, March 3rd. Clear, wind, 3. We still don't know what that means. To office in AM, at room in afternoon. Okay, interesting. We've been wondering what this 1226 is. But now we have another one, because he always says 1226 in Eve. We have another number. 1226 and 1230 in Eve. What does it mean? Because we thought it was a barn exchange, like a store, before. Interesting. Another theory was that it was like a train number, which it could be. Oh, you're getting storms tonight with 70 miles per hour wind and possible tornado. Holy crap. Stay safe. That's scary. I heard there were crazy storms going across. Are you in the U.S., Pat? I have unstable connection again. You know what? I'm thinking now, I hope I don't lose internet, because we do have, like, wind warnings. Not huge storms coming through, but it said wind gust warning. Could it be his address? It's, you know, that's a good theory. But his address, it could be someone else's address, maybe. Because his is 5 Marietta Street, like he wrote it down in the book. So it's not his address, but he could be visiting someone else. I don't know. And it's not like an apartment number, because he listed that he's at that house, room 5. It's not time. No. Well, I don't think so, because when he writes times, he'll put the colon in there. And he never writes the colon. Yeah, and he bought something, we think he bought something from 1226. But I don't know that it was ever very clear that I'll read the comment, oh wait. Oh, he did that again on January 6th, 1226 and 1320. Okay. But let's find that entry. 1226 in Eve, 1226, 1226. Okay, so he says this. 1226 in Eve, period. Bought compass, $2. So it doesn't, I know, why do men have to phrase everything so minimalist and confusing? Like, trying to, like, decipher this. Bought compass, $2. It's 2 different sentences, so maybe he didn't buy the compass there. But you know what else I'm noticing? I wonder if, does every time you mention 1226, he mentions the office a lot. No, that one doesn't mention the office. I thought maybe it was like, oh, when he's at the office, see general office work, 1226. I thought maybe that was like the address of the office building, but I don't think it is. I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. I think so. Yeah, some old diaries are written like this, but George's was much more. I mean, we still had to figure out some things, but, like, she was easier to read. He was very specific and detailed when he was talking about the man who got hit by the train, though. Oh, I almost missed 3. Again, we don't know what that is, but 3. In office, finished plat of Libertyville. So far as we had notes. Oh, okay. Oops. And made tracing. I wonder why he's saying Burlington Division so much. The Burlington Division, I think he's talking about the Burlington Division of the railroad. But I don't know why he's being specific right now. Didn't leave the room all day and still put 1226. Yeah, so that's part of the puzzle, definitely. 1226 and 12306 minutes from each other if walking. Oh, are you talking about the barn? The barn exchange and the other address? Or something else? His writing is slanted. Do we think he's left-handed? Yeah, it is slanted that way. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to write that down because that's part of the puzzle again. I don't know. Clear, cold, and windy. Does that say 3? Does it say 0? I don't know. We don't really know. Oh, March 6th is your birthday. Okay, so when March 6th comes up, I'll give you a happy diary birthday. He doesn't tend to erase if he makes a mistake. He just writes over it. So I really don't know if that's a 3 over a 0 or a 0 over a 3. I might just skip it. 2 or a 13. Yeah, I mean, or a letter B. Looks like a 0 over a 3. Okay, so I'm going to say 0 and just leave it. To Atumwa on number 7. Helped GAL. We actually learned who GAL is. On crossing frog at Market Street crossing. What's a crossing frog? I feel like I've heard that. And what is that? Oh, I don't know what Tippix is. D and supper. So that's dinner and supper, because he calls lunch, what we would call lunch dinner, at Atumwa. To Burlington on number 4. Oh, 152 miles. Felicia, I think we might have your first payment. Hold on, let me check. I think that might say GAL $1. Oh, and you know what? I just saw ahead there's another one coming, so get ready. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it says GAL. I think it says $1. 1. So he paid GAL $1. And I'm forgetting what the guy's full name is. I have it in here. GAL is his boss, I think. Oh, and this is a massive document. Give me a second. Okay. Gustav A. Lobenfels. He's the CB&Q Railroad Division engineer. So he's like the big boss. And apparently he paid him $1. Atumwa Division. Where do these journals come from and what are they being gone through for? They came from oh, thank you, Valentina. These diaries were donated to us because I did another project where we read through some 1940s era diaries and were able to return them to descendants. So someone who read about that project donated this set of diaries to us in hopes that we can do the same thing, and we're actually making good progress on that. I've actually already been in contact with descendants, so our work is not going to be that difficult this time. But basically we're reading through them to research the people inside, learn about a different time in history, and usually to help connect with descendants. But we've kind of already done that now, so I mean, happy to connect with more descendants. And we haven't actually met any of this guy's descendants yet. We've met descendants of his future wife, who wrote another diary in the series. So, oh, I'm sorry. I also missed when it was. Who said their birthday was March 4th? I missed March 4th. So here's March 4th. Happy birthday. Happy diary birthday. And then I'll turn it off and I'll turn it back on for, I don't know how to pronounce your username, C's birthday. CIE. Love it. Okay, and I'm going to look at Valentina's frog crossing. Cool. Okay. Crossing frog. A railroad frog is a device that helps the wheels rolling from one track to another. It's called the common crossing. Here is a photo. This is a railroad frog crossing. Learn something new every day in Ralph's diary. Oh, yeah. So, Jordan, did you just share it? Yeah, this is so cool. Jordan messaged me the other day, and she said that you went on eBay and you found a diary that belongs to your own relative 102 years ago. That's insane. I didn't see the 102 years ago, though. I can't wait to, because Jordan joined our Diary Detectives group, so we're going to get the scoop, I hope. I love that. Thank you, Beefy Baby. Yeah, so Jordan, you definitely have to spill the beans on that. Did it come in yet? Or are you still waiting? That'd be a hard one to wait for. I don't even know how I would... Like, I want to know. I can't wait to know because I know we're going to get to talk to you more. When we have our next video chat meeting, I really hope you come and I really hope you tell us the whole story. But I want to know, like, how you knew it was a relative. Like, did you see the last name and you were like... in the place, and then you thought, no way, and then it was, or I want to know the story. I can't wait. That is the coolest thing. Okay, hold on, March 6th, he does put a 3 there. Received paycheck, $45. In office, no work. Tumwa division. Now, is that the amount that it was short? I forget. Last month, his paycheck was short. Oh no, it was $4.50 short. But I think, what did that come out to? We did the math. It was a lot of money. Okay, so his normal paycheck. Oh, okay, that's interesting too. Because his paycheck is usually $45. And he got $40.50 because it was $4.50 short. Jen, you have an amazing memory. I don't know how you remembered that. Yeah. Oh, and okay, Felicia has it in the spreadsheet. I should open the spreadsheet. Have you done a journal from New Mexico? No, not yet. Most of the journals have weirdly been from Iowa. Okay, I'll find the spreadsheet. This is our special secret group folder. Just for the Diary Detectives. We have lots of spreadsheets going. We're like kind of crazy, but in a good way. So this is all of his expense reports. I love it. So if he refers to another one, I'll add it. But that's good. He got his full paycheck this time. March 7th. 3. Figured on crossing frog at Market Street. It's very light. It's hard to read. Market Street, Ottumwa. Oh. I might need to look at that closely. I don't know what that says. 26 feet. 26 something helped. It could be FT or it could be TT. I don't know. 26. I'm going to put feet. Because he's measuring lengths and distances, right? I don't know what helped. Helped what? Not sure. Oh, yeah. Felicia, don't worry. You have not hit a wall, I promise. You have, like, the most interesting, chock-full family tree. We will help you. If anything, I think you've got too much to look through. Oh, look at that. Did I, Oh, no, this is the next day. I thought I had made it darker. I guess I made this one darker because it was really light. Yes, we will definitely help you. I hate the orange line. I keep losing you. What orange line? Orange line. On here? Or is there something... I don't know what you're talking about. But if you can tell me and I can do something about it, I will. Okay. worked. Oh, the Boston train. I'm from Massachusetts too. I didn't know that's what you were talking about. I'm like, where is the orange line on my screen? Yeah, the orange line. I don't use the T very often. But I like sometimes I'll take the train into the city, but like the big train, not really the subway that much. Ugh, you're commuting home. Yeah, I'm a driving kind of person. I think he was supposed to say Ottumwa here, but I'm gonna fix it. Worked on Ottumwa Crossing Frog. Ottumwa Division. Wah. That's funny, what a small world. There's been a few Massachusetts peeps on here. Finished frog at noon. Did not check out with sketch of GAL. Checked and found error. Oh, in angle, which affected. He sounds so smart. 3 dimensions. Figured. I cannot type. Figured again. Oh my god. Paid. Oh, paid board and room. Thank God he's written that before because I was able to put it together. Paid board and room to date $7. So I think that's probably not. He didn't pay $7 now, but that's how much he's paid total. So I don't know how you're going to do that one, Felicia. Maybe a separate line. Yes, it's possible, now that he's mentioning the whole, like, Ottumwa Division, Burlington Division, maybe he does have to report them differently for, like, paycheck reasons. Half your relatives are from Mass. I've never been. Oh, cool. Do you know what part of Massachusetts? I'm like an hour from Boston. So I'm not really from Boston, but we all say we're from Boston. Snow and cold. In room all day. I relate more to Rhode Island, actually. I feel like I spend more time there than Massachusetts sometimes. In office, figured on frog of Market Street, Ottumwa, M.I. Division, Pennsylvania. Last month he broke down his board and room into 3 amounts but never specified. Okay. So I wonder if it's like, I wonder if it's $7 like he's paid, I don't know, because he says to date. Like, has he paid $7 over time? But let's look. Board and room. $225. Yeah, so he last paid his board and room less than a month ago. So I would say that this is, the $7 is probably added up from other times that he paid. Maybe from the year or something. $7 so far this year. Yeah, I think $7 total too. So if you were reading an old diary from 1901 and trying to figure out about the life of the descendant, he works a lot. Did you ever find out some juicy tea? Yes, cuteness. It's funny that you mentioned that. So I'll show you. There was one really, like, crazy entry. In January, Ralph, he works on the railroad, and he was on his normal, like, route doing his work. Hopefully you guys can see this. On my computer screen, it looks horrible, but just let me know if you can't, like, read the words or anything. This picture here, so he was riding on the train, and he wrote in his entry that the train hit a person, hit a farmer, and his body was found 3 rail lengths west and about 30 feet from the track, feet pointing upward, or feet pointing towards the tracks. So he, like, was very detailed in his writing about how the farmer was positioned after he was hit. It was, like, awful, right? And he's so matter-of-fact about it. We were like, what the heck are we reading? Then, next to the actual description of the farmer getting hit by the train, he drew a picture of the farmer, and this is the farmer's head, and that's his feet, so his feet are pointing towards the track. So yeah, that's probably, like, the craziest thing, or the most, like, I don't know how I feel about it. But that's, like, one of those big entries that makes me feel something. So yeah, that was not too long ago. Nothing else that crazy has happened in this diary yet, but in the other diaries that I've read, there have been some really cool entries, like with a lot of history behind them, which are fun. And in his diary, he does also talk about when Queen Victoria died, so that's cool. And in his future wife's diary from 1895, which we read before this one, I say future wife because they haven't met yet, but this was hers from 1895, and she talks about using a telephone for the first time. So there's a lot of entries that are like, they mention a historical event, or they mention something that is like crazy to think about now, and that's cool. But the train entry is one of the most, like, I don't know, kind of entries. different. Yeah, it is cool. In office, figured on frog, and finished, helped GAL get ready to go to Oskaloosa. Received orders to go with him. Bought rubber boots. So here's another one, Felicia. $3.25. Packed up in evening. M-I-D-I-V. Okay. It's $3.25, breaking the bank. Well, actually it is. Because $3.25... Felicia's figuring it out right now, so we'll know soon how much $3.25 equals nowadays. So that $7 of room and board that he spent would have been $253 now, or $254. $117.92. That's how much he spent on rubber boots, basically. It's an expensive pair of boots. But everything was made to last then. Now you buy a $40 pair of rubber boots, but they fall apart, so... Okay, Wednesday, March 13th, Stormy. Left on B and W. I don't know why I put all those spaces. B and W for Oskaloosa at 7:30 a.m. Put up at Hotel Globe. Oh, cool. Somewhere we can look up. Hotel Globe in Oskaloosa. Too stormy to work. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a party! Oh, no. Never mind. Not a party. This is the party of people who were working. I don't think it's a party like, woohoo, party. Okay. Yes, we can find the Hotel Globe. And so the people who are kind of like answering questions and who are, so Felicia's document here, they're the diary detectives. They like really look into stuff. That's what I think they're probably doing now. Looking into the Hotel Globe. Oh, there's some chat going on in here. Let me see. Chicago, Fort Madison, and Des Moines Railroad. Okay, that's what CFTDM is. I knew we knew that. Like, I remember that we figured that out last time, but man. And then they changed the name to Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad later that year. Oh, it's the same year, so he just keeps, like, going back and forth? That's confusing. I do this for fun. Yeah. Feel safe here, so you're going to stay for a little while. You are so safe here. Stay with us. You're safe in 1901 with Ralph, the train man. But you're not safe if you're on the tracks, so. That's the poor little farmer. Okay. Chief. Okay, so this is the party. Chief and transit was G.A. Lobenfels, who we've met before. Level. I'm gonna put this. I love this. Okay, hold on. Level. John Cesor, who I don't think we've met him yet. I love that he's writing his name Rod and he's like Slippy. Like staying away from the tracks. Got it. I don't know if you don't get that joke. It's there was a farmer who was sadly hit by one of the trains that he was on, and he drew a picture of him next to the tracks. That's why I was saying that. Okay, Slippy. It's very sassy, and I like it. Head chain. Although I don't know what any of these things are. John Martin. Rear. Oh, rear ditto. So that's rear chain. Something Lily. I will look in the diary. What are we on? That is George Lilly. Axman. A.E. Lot. 105 miles. B and W. Okay, so I'm going to add all those people to our list. We're going to look up John Cesar. We already have Lobenfeld. George Lilly. A.E. Lot. Probably won't find him because not enough information, but that's okay. We already know who that man Slippy is. I know, I love the little stars. That's great. Slippy. And that's funny. It just reminds me of this article that we have of him. I need to get the Jeopardy theme song for whenever I'm looking for something. That man Slippy. Oh, I forgot John Martin. Thank you. Did I write him in the actual thing? Oops. Yes, I did. Okay. Thank you. I always forget someone. Ooh, we have another hotel too. Okay. Clear. Nope, cloudy. High wind. MU something. What does that say? 14th. This doesn't help. Cloudy, high wind, MULE? Mule? What is mule? Muddy? It could maybe say mud. But I don't know what that other letter would be. Mud, period. And oh, I know what it is. Yes, it is mud. And he did the things. His things. So this is like his dashes, I think. Mud. like he did with Slippy. I think it is. It's mud. No, maybe not. I don't know. I was thinking it was just around mud, but he does this. Cloudy, high wind, mud. I think it's mud. Those are sketches. That's the drawing of mud. Run. Oh, he's just running the prelim staff 49115. That's what he did that day. Run prelim. Probably station 45. Who knows? A line of Oskaloosa. I'm gonna fix that. Coal mine spur. Sentence that means nothing to me. Dinner at farmhouse. Capitalized. Moved to Hotel Arnold in Eve. So I wonder, is Hotel Arnold still Oskaloosa? Probably. Yeah, coal mine. He actually did mention a coal mine a couple of months ago too. In a different town. He toured one. I wonder why. Now I'm thinking, I wonder if it has something to do with work, not just like for fun. 'Cause I don't know why he would mention a coal mine. I wonder why. Now I'm thinking, I wonder if it has something to do with work, not just like for fun. For fun. That man's Slippy. Oh, yeah, we should. It's like you slap your knee. That man's Slippy. Silly goose drawing pictures of dead farmers. It's someone's birthday. I'm looking for the thing. Hold on. I shorted out for a second. There we go. Happy diary birthday, Emily. I know. Hopefully the random threes will come back. I think they'll come back and they'll be like tally marks too. I think that's in our future. I'm hoping the neck boil comes back. Okay, it's muddy the next day, so I think that tells us that the last one said. Oh, he's getting sassy. Ran prelim of A-line, revised. STA. Oh, he's circling things now. 622. Okay, station 62, maybe to 115 dash something. I don't know how to even go about writing that, so I'm just gonna power through. I'm giving up all hope that I'm ever gonna understand those, like, very specific numbers, so. Dinner at farmhouse. Ran prelim B line 52 and 60 to 109 and 034 in PM. I hadn't noticed they were gone. Wonder if we can find a pattern to them now. Yeah, the numbers, I know, I wonder. I'm thinking the only way we'll figure out what they mean is just with patterns. So I think we just have to kind of let it roll, and maybe something will kind of like make itself known. It's so weird to think this was a real person. Yeah, I know. 62, maybe 62 to 115 feet. I don't know. Yeah, so his job is, hi Ellie, his job is, he's a draftsman, like an engineer draftsman for a railroad. Clear, fine, mud. Ran location survey for a line. See, he just writes over his numbers when he makes a mistake. I think it's station 49 to 108 or STA, whatever. I don't know. Ran prelim from, crossed out 108. Okay. Been getting a lot of scam calls today. He must have not had an eraser, yeah. He definitely has to have an eraser. He draws for a living. Like, he does, like, sketches of bridges and labels them. So I feel like he has to have an eraser. He's just lazy. What is this? It's a diary from 1901. How do you get into this research? I don't know. It kind of just, like, happened. I started to research other projects and really got into them because those families were actually... I mean, we've been able to find some stuff about him, but the 1917 diary that I started with, her family was, like, really well off in 1917 Brooklyn. So I found a lot about them, and I kind of just got, like, addicted. But yeah, if you watch my YouTube or TikTok, you'll kind of get a sense of, like, why, but, and or how I got into it. But it's definitely a very niche thing that I wasn't expecting to get into. But maybe erasers were super expensive. He's not like, I'm not wasting it on my diary. Yeah, that's true. Okay, prelim to from blank. I'm going to say I can actually cross it out if people like that. Super specific. Can I? There's a way to do it, but I have it minimized. Hold on. Where's the strike through? Does Google Docs not have one? I know that Word does. Oh well, I'll just keep it then. From 108 to 129 and 53. I would love to read a Massachusetts one if I could find one, because then I could actually relate to where these places are. Dinner at same farmhouse. Docs does? I didn't see it. I even looked in the little ... I see bold, italics, underline, color, highlight. I see clear formatting that looks kind of like strike through, but it's not. Oh, there's Discord. Oh, cool. This is the Iowa Central Depot in Oskaloosa. Ooh, so big. Nice. Okay. Special characters. Oh, okay. I'll have to look for that a different time. Not worth it right now. But thank you. That's enlightening. I will go back eventually to Microsoft Word. I just haven't downloaded my license or whatever it is on here. Because I bought like a... I didn't want to pay the subscription, so I bought a lifetime thing for Office. And I had it on my laptop, but I need to put it on this and this computer, and I haven't, so. We're on Google Docs. Okay. He's at Hotel Arnold still. All day. Went to Methodist Church. Oops. And walking with Lily and Lot. Beard joined party as back flag. I wonder what this is. Like, what were they doing? Are they, like, doing one of those hand car that we were looking at last time? Is that why they have, like, a group of people? Are they, like, riding down the track not on a train or something? How many words in this document? I thought I could see that somewhere. Oops. View. File. Isn't there, like, an info page set up? I swear I saw that, but I think that was Docs that I, Google Docs, or no, Microsoft Word. I don't know what back flag is. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's someone who's, like, on the back of the whatever train car they're on, like, with a flag. You know, like at Home Depot when they're moving around the forklift and they have to have someone in the front and the back with the flag. Maybe it's like that. Tried to look up Hotel Arnold. Oh, you don't see anything? Pretty sure it's under the Tools tab. Tools. Word count. Nice. Okay, we've got... Well, this is also... I have... Oh, it could be like tagging along. That's true. I have all of the other days of the year typed out already. So, like, this is minus all of those. But there's 7,885 words and 85 pages. But right now we're on page 63. So there's, like, 20-ish pages of just dates that haven't been filled yet. Yeah, like someone joined and tagged along behind them. It totally could be that, but I don't know. Sometimes those turns of phrase get lost on us because we don't use them anymore. Or it can also be a regional thing. Oh, you found what a black flag is. Is it black or back? It's back flag. Unless he wrote it wrong. Oh, we could look up the Methodist Church. And I think it's in Oskaloosa. Unstable internet connection. No. It's probably the wind. Because it doesn't usually happen this much. And I've been hearing... Out the window, I've been hearing the wind. Clear, muddy, wind. Thanks, Tash. I just saw the rose. You found something on the hotel. Cool. Send it in the Discord. I'll grab it. Ran prelim from 129 and 30. 53. I don't know why I thought it said 30. 129 and 53 to 270 and 00. D and S and lodging. So confusing. But he's saying dinner and supper and lodging there at Thomas at Thomas in Beacon, Iowa. Walk 18 miles? Jeez. Oh, maybe they were walking down like potential tracks preliminary. Maybe they're running. I don't know. Connecting across the years and miles with the wind. I know. Isn't that funny? Like, oh, it's windy outside. Same as diary weather. I love it. It was really foggy this morning. Here, too. Like, my drive to work was very creepy. But it also felt kind of like spring. Oh, so here we go. Here's my diary birthday. Gotta give myself a little woohoo. It's raining over here. Cozy vibes. Nice. It's supposed to rain today. I don't know if it's raining right now. I can't see out this window. Cedar Falls, Iowa. Cedar Falls is near where Georgia lived. Like, that's where her grandfather lived. So, Jen, we have to make a connection with them. They gotta get us some pictures or some details. But that's where her other grandfather lived, not the one that we hear about a lot. The one, her dad's side. Rain, mud. Went out in... Thank you. Went out in forenoon. Dinner at Bard's. Ran prelim from 270 to 288 and 97.2. I don't know. Beeline. Came in at 3:30. Obviously, this makes a ton of sense to him, but all night at Beacon. Okay, so Beacon was the town. Baird's must be a restaurant in Beacon, Iowa. Dumb question. Why does it say we and thir on the right? It's not a dumb question. It's actually a place where the people who would fill out the diaries would write the weather and the temperature. Yeah, weather thermometer is what it stands for. And it seems like he actually is using it to write the weather right there, which is kind of cool because he wasn't doing that before. But yeah, he hasn't been giving us any temperature readings. Maybe he just doesn't have a thermometer. Okay. Weather is wind, snow. He wasn't doing that the whole time. Yeah, I know. I read it as wet and third too, weather. The only reason we know that is from the other diary that we read last time. It has the same thing. And we had looked it up. Oh, God, I cannot type this without really thinking about it. Ran prelim beeline STA 288 plus 97 to 320. Dinner at Erickson's. Supper and lodging at Beacon. I don't know if we would be able to find anything about Erickson. You can actually buy old diaries like this to write in. Like a lot of the eBay listings that I've seen are actually of empty diaries. Oh, happy birthday to Felicia's mom. Yeah, I'm always looking for the full ones, but if you're looking for an empty one, they have that too. I actually keep a diary that's like, it's called a 5-year diary, and it's set up so that there's a page for each day, and it's not tied to the day of the week. Sorry, change supper, not depper. This thing must have a pretty big lag. There we go. So it's a 5-year diary. It has a page for each day. So it's like, oh, on January 1st, you have a space for the first year, and then right under that, a space for the second year, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. And the idea is that you fill the whole thing out, and then you go back the next year and fill the whole thing out again, from, front to back. And then you get to look back and see, like, what you did the year before. So I like those kinds of diaries. And it's set up kind of in the same way where it's, like, small places for the entries. Had to get hers in here because I missed the... Oh, yeah, definitely. Favorite book for years. Oh, the Excelsior Diary. 5-year reading slump. Or Excelsior. I don't know. We're on line C. Oh, yeah. I wonder how many lines he's going to have to do. Clear. I think he has a little dash there. Wind and mud. Ran preliminary. Ah. Oh, God. Preliminary. Line C. And he said B, and then he changed it to C. STA162. You guys are literal angels for pretending that this is interesting. And 60 to STA293. I never know what to do when I can't read it. N160. I said N. 9. I don't know why I said N. And I typed 9. 9150. Is that a 6 or a 5? 6? I don't know. Oh, also! Yes, it's totally the word also. Thank you. Also, line C, revised STA 178 and 40. You can see why I thought it was a number, though, right? 197 plus 50. Dinner at Hook. Hooks? I don't know. Ralph writing in numbers, including the alphabet. Hot Rods? Oh, I don't know. Hot Rods. Doesn't sound like the name of a place in 1901, but maybe. What do we think? So nosy, I love looking at stuff like this. Yeah, this is like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like gossip, but can't hurt anybody because everyone's dead. Hotel? Oh, yeah, no, I think you're right. Hotel, maybe it's H-O-T period. What was the hotel he was just in? Arnold? It could be H-O-T-K's. Like Hotel K. Like, that looks like a period. That doesn't look like an A, though. Looks like a K. I'm just gonna leave Hooks. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're telling me that was the name of the hotel. Thank you. Yeah, I probably could have put that a little more gently. Okay. Clear. Some wind. Mud. Ran preliminary. Line D. Station 186 to... or and 30 to station 307. End. Also preliminary line E, station 245 to station 277. Oh, nice. He actually spells this out for us now. It's H-O-O-C-K-S. Dinner at Hooks. Maybe he didn't know how to spell it the day before. So that could be a restaurant or it could be a person's house. Oh my God. Here we go. Cut a finger with an axe. Here's Ralph's daily dose of violence, or monthly dose of violence, I guess. Cut finger with axe. Checked levels on last mile of both lines. Imagine if there's like a blood smear in the diary. Yes, this is real. I know, no drawing of your finger. I know, I wish there was too. And the boil. Hope he's okay. Seems like he's okay because he's writing. Unless he didn't tell us which finger. Imagine if he's like cut my finger off. It doesn't seem to be affecting his handwriting. He seems still pretty neat. Clear, some wind, mud, rain. Ran about 500 feet of a location line A. Of location line A. It's actually a dash. I don't know. His punctuation is very haphazard. Helped transit party a little. Too much rain to work. Cesar left. GAL ran both instruments. Yeah, so that group of men, the party of men, they probably all have like a job in marking out or measuring these preliminary lines. It's probably when they were talking about how his job was to work on like new construction for the railroad. That's probably what they were doing. Like mapping up possible additions, like different lines. Bye, Cesar. He left. He went home. Missing the Y in party. Thank you. At location. Where? I know oh, is it at? I think it's of. It could be at. His ofs and ats, oddly, they look the same. So, if you're keeping an eye on the weather, it looks pretty rough. On his weather? Clear, some wind, mud, and rain. My weather? I don't think the weather's too bad out here. We had a wind advisory, but that's it. But I hear that in other places in the U.S. it's pretty bad right now. And it's coming for us, but it's going to be rain. Oh, rain and showers. M-E. Oh, okay, cool. Felicia, did you send it on the Discord? Sorry, I don't have it, so I can't hear the beep when it goes. Okay, Arnold Hotel. Digging further, might have an address. Cool. If we have an address, then we can map it. Oh, it's like gonna download something. Oh, cool. National Register of Historic Places inventory. So that means it must still, if it was made into a historic place, then it's probably still there because it got protected. Methodist Church and Sunday School in morning. Interesting. Why did he go to Sunday school? Baptist Church in evening. Methodist and Baptist. So this is the Methodist Church in... Where was he last? Is he still in Oskaloosa? We don't even know. I think so. So he's also got the Baptist Church in Oskaloosa. Field trip, yeah. We were just talking in the detectives group. We had our video meeting and we're like, oh, we gotta have a meetup, like a field trip, all of us together. We'll go to Fairfax, Iowa. Ran prelim line F, station 9 to 98 and 47. Parallel to ICRR in forenoon. Do I do a good job of making it sound like I'm understanding when I'm reading? Rain in PM. Figured an approx cost of construction. Could say on, but do you think he's saying he figured an approximate cost of construction or figured on? Thank you. Yeah, he just did the 98 plus 47 parallel to ICRR in the forenoon. Oh, forenoon! He said forenoon! We learned that word in the Weatherman Diaries. That's cute that he said that. Looks like on. It does look like on. And he could mean like he figured on it, like he worked on it. Oh, I love that he said forenoon. I'm sure maybe he said it before, but that stuck out to me. Okay. Oh boy. Cloudy. That's easy. Ran. He wrote prelim. I'm writing prelim. Line D. This is where I'm like, oh boy, C, C, R, I, and P, I'm sure. He added the C. Track. Levels did not check with F line. Oh no. Adjusted level and replaced, he didn't say and, he said crosshairs. Ran levels of line F from station 9 to, I'm just saying station, I don't know if that's actually what it is, but 96 and 44. Oh no, the levels did not check with F line. Oh, people be not doing their job. Yeah. It was Cesar, that's why he left. They kicked him out. Realizing the next day doesn't have a month and year. Yeah, they do in this diary for some reason the top day has the month and the year, and then the bottom day doesn't. Cloudy, mud. Check levels of line F from station 18 to 96 and 44. Ran prelim line F. Oh my god. Station 96. This is like a big project that he's on. He's been gone for a while. Hope he writes more than just work on the 1903 diary. I know. I could, at the end of March, we have a few more days, I'll peek. Because I think he does, but yeah, I figured that his diaries would be a little bit more, like, dry. But we did get a couple of good ones. Ran prelim. Gotta work through the boring ones to get the interesting little nuggets. Like his Nick Boyle. Ran prelim line E. Station. See, he's even like, these numbers and letters, all this jargon even confuses him because he writes the wrong thing often. And has to cross it out and stuff. 2452388. Also STA 153 2179 and 444 of F line equals, it's an equation, equals 199 of D line. Dinner at Wilson's. Here's a real sentence, kind of. Supper and lodging at Foster's, 7 miles from Oskaloosa. Line abandoned from 369 to 388. Line abandoned. Okay, so dinner at Wilson's. Again, Wilson might be a person, so that might be hard to find. And lodging and supper at Foster's might be a person. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah. He works with trains, but we don't know what it all means. Said the uploaded info, figure it out in Discord. Okay, cool. For the Arnold Hotel. The acronyms and numbers, oh my god, yeah, well, that's... I mean, I know some of the acronyms are for... It's all related to trains. I think we actually had a few people in here last time who were engineers, and they were telling us all about, like, his engineering terms. But yeah, we need a railroad expert. Because, I don't know, I'm assuming STA is station, and these numbers are the different stations, but I really don't know. I think right now they're figuring out, like, they're potentially building new railroads or something, because they're saying preliminary lines. Okay, I have 188, not 388. Yeah. No. Oh, down here I do, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong 388. Okay, I am. I'm checking. Gotta be patient with me. There's a lot of stuff happening. Okay. Where in here? Oh, you sent it to my... Okay, wait. You noticed Ralph's slanted handwriting. You're left-handed. You hated that your writing was slanted. Oh. I remember my best friend growing up was left-handed too, and she felt the same way. She would always get graphite on her hand. Oh, I see it now, what you sent. Okay, hold on. It's not a hotel anymore. We have the address. In 1911, it was made into a restaurant. Oh, cool. And then we have it on a map. I'll get the street view. Luckily, you did catch the finger incident. Yeah, bummed there was no diagram. That's funny. The finger incident. Why is there no street view? Here it is. This side, I think. Okay, hold on. I think that's it. Oh wait, no, we're at 215 South Market Street. It's... Hold on. I'm just getting like a blank building. But that's probably just because it's just putting me there, but... yeah, so the link to the Discord is not actually expired. It just says that it is on TikTok. But if you join through Instagram, or if you go to my website, which is www.thingslostandfound.com. I always feel so weird saying it like all out like that, but you do have to put the www. It's important. If you go there, there's a link to join the Discord, and that one is valid. For some reason, TikTok doesn't let... I don't know. It just says that the link is expired. It doesn't let people click on that link. But it is joinable. No, there has not been another boil. Yeah, I don't know what it is with TikTok and the Discord link, but it never works for long. Okay, I'm just going to keep going with this. We're almost done with March. Ran, prelim. Okay, good. I'm glad you're in. Line, station 369 to station 536 and 182. I don't know if that's it looks almost like an equal sign with the line through it. Or is it a plus? I don't know. Hold on. Ran preliminary line station. Wait. Oh, I skipped. No. 369 to station 536 plus 18. It almost looks like 18.2. I don't know. This is confusing. Hub on west side of Des Moines. Des Moines. Des Moines River. Station 525 equals or dash east side. Dinner at Hassett's S and all night at a farmhouse in Bellefontaine. Distance between, oh my god, hubs by angle? What does that mean? Angle? Yeah, farmhouse is capitalized by him. He capitalizes random stuff, so I don't usually abide by his, sometimes I'll capitalize it, sometimes I won't. I don't feel like being too particular because he's just like all over the place. But I don't know what that is. Triangle usually symbol for change. Distance between hubs change, by, or it says by something. By change. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put like a question mark. But I know this says 118. No, 1118.18 feet. So maybe he's saying, yeah, it could be an angle. I guess it's not an angle because it's in feet, but like maybe triangulation, maybe it changed and he calculated how much by air. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he calculated it with trigonometry. It has a degree. Is that degrees? I thought that was feet. We also don't know with him if it's feet or, like, we don't know if it's a circle or a line. Okay, hold on. My Discord is not catching up. Here it is. Okay. Wonder if this is the office that Ralph went to. Oh, is that... Okay, I see that on the... Is that not what I had pulled up? I don't know. I got lost when I loaded it into maps. The red brick. Yeah, there's a lot. All those cities that we've looked at around there, like Waterloo and LaPorte City, and now this one, they have the same look with the buildings in the city. It's cool. Might have been space. The changes of the tracks. Yeah. Yeah, degrees is usually the little circle. I thought so too, but he could have... Maybe he doesn't put the little circle because he just does like random punctuation, so maybe he writes it differently. I don't know. I think it's feet. But maybe like he could be talking about an angle but still be talking about feet because he's talking about the change. And I don't know. Okay. March 30th. Snow in AM, mud and water. Ran prelim line Des Moines River to CB and Q. Track at Tracy or station 535 to station 680. Dinner at farmhouse. See, here he capitalizes just the F. So I've kind of just given up on trying to match him. Supper at Albia. Number 4 to Burlington. Got wet from wading pond. Or wading pond? Wading in the pond. 119 miles. Oh, and here's his monthly recap. 394 miles in March. Like his tracks. That could be the outline of his tracks. I love that mud qualifies as part of the weather. I think for him it does because he's doing a lot of walking around for work. It's all about what matters to that specific person, you know? Like Todd from the last Diaries that we read, he would definitely mention mud too because he was like into gardening and farming. So, oh, no, that's not a silly question, Jordan, because I'm wondering what their calculators looked like, if they had any. He must be, yeah. We're going to look into that. And you're a diary detective now, so maybe that can be your job. We're going to look up the history of the calculator. Yeah, they had abacus, I guess. Abacuses. Abaci. Does matter when you live in a holler for X with mud. Abaci, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Georgia would have mentioned the mud, because she wouldn't care as much about that, but she would say it was raining, you know. But it is interesting that he mentions the mud as part of the weather. And he's also like, I couldn't do any work. Because it was too muddy, probably. To office in AM, 1226 in Eve. Nice, we end on that same mystery. Well, I guess we're figuring it out. But I think there's still more to uncover. I don't know either. I don't know what a holler is. Oh, but it is a Sunday. I wonder if he gets paid mileage. What do you mean? Oh, if he gets paid by mileage? Maybe. Good thought. He could. Maybe that's why he does the recap. It would be cool if he said 394 miles in March and then broke it down between the Burlington division and the other division he was working. The calculator was invented in 1632, became more popular later on. Yeah, but I want to know, like, what form did the calculator have in 1901? Oh, okay, cool. A holler is where there's a whole bunch of houses on literally a mountain. Yeah, then mud definitely matters there. He didn't use the word. Someone else did in the comments. They were talking about living in a holler. About to buy a laptop. Oh my god, no, you don't need to do that. A new laptop so you can join in the researching. Surprisingly, Ancestry has a... I mean, I don't love the app, I have to say, but it has an app that you can use. I think there are ways to get around it other than buying a new laptop. Kind of looks like Red Dead Redemption Diaries. I don't know what Red Dead Redemption... I don't know. The app hurts my brain. Yeah, I don't really love the app. I have a hard time, like... The thing about research is, like, you have to have a lot of tabs open, and you can't really do that on a phone. Ian he just bought a keyboard for his iPad, because he doesn't have, like, a laptop. He has just the desktop computer, and he wants to, like, use the computer in other places around the house. So he bought a keyboard for his iPad, and that works pretty good. And a mouse, like, it has a trackpad. Works pretty much just like a laptop. Yeah, I do Ancestry on the computer, too. You're in the same boat? Yeah. It works pretty good for him. And most of the time, like, if you're not doing anything crazy, like, the iPad can handle it. Bluetooth keyboard, yeah, that's what I had for mine. But he wanted to get, like, the special case that had the trackpad and the keyboard all in one thing. Oh, your holler is between two mountains, so I bet if it gets very rainy, that's a problem. If you're, like, right in between. Sometimes the screen won't rotate. Oh, yeah, that's true. Huh. I think before there were machines, but not handheld calculators. Yeah, that makes sense. And someone else mentioned charts. I could see that being a thing. Oh, I wanted to check. Also on the phone, you can watch the live while multitasking. So that's interesting, because I would think, like, you couldn't multitask on the phone. Or do you mean you have it on the live on the phone and then you have, like, a computer? Because I probably couldn't handle on such a small screen having, like, a live playing and doing searching. I don't know. I definitely couldn't. Like, if I'm using my phone to go live, I can't do anything else while it's going. But now on my computer, it's easier. The live can shrink to the corner, but it can be confusing. Yeah, I bet you can't see anything. Oh, split screen. Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, they do have all those things, like picture-in-picture and split screen. I just don't even try, because I can never get out of it. I feel like an old person, but that's... I'm not good with that stuff. Maybe we can think of some solutions, Jordan. If you have, okay, I guess I was gonna say, like, on the TV, but TikTok doesn't probably have an app on the TV. It's like YouTube. I'm not on YouTube. We'll figure something out. Yeah, you can put other monitors. I don't know how you'd do that with a phone, though. You'll have to commandeer someone else's... Oh, you have TikTok on your TV? Oh, cool. You have to commandeer someone else's phone and have the live playing on one phone and research happening on the other. Just get someone that you love to come on over and both watch the live together. USB-C. To put the phone screen on another monitor, that's interesting. I don't think I could do it. Your 2019 Vizio TV has TikTok, but you won't be able to message on it. Okay, that's true. You have the Discord, though. But I guess that's different. I don't see that as often as the chat. You play live on phone and research on iPad. You guys are very dedicated. I'm going to grab the 1903 diary and look at just kind of like how most of the entries are structured, and then we'll call it a night. Hold on, it's right here. I'll have to figure out which one it is, though. It's one of these red ones. B Slippy. 1903. Okay. Let's look. They're longer in general. There's definitely more stretches of no entries, and it's interesting because his handwriting is different. Hold on, let me see the other one, because maybe this is Georgia's, but it says Ralph. Ugh. This one's totally, like, falling apart. No, this is Georgia's. Okay, so this other one is definitely Georgia's because it's, like, I can tell her handwriting. And she's very descriptive. Sorry, I'm not showing you anything. I don't really know what you can even see because it's hard to focus, but that's Georgia's 1903 diary. And then we also have Ralph's 1903 diary. And his even has, look, he's got a little stamp of his S. And a little sticker. Here we go with the stickers again. People are going to yell at me because stickers didn't exist in 1901 or something. Yeah, this is, now that I look at it, so it seems like Ralph wrote all in print in the first diary, the one that we're reading here. And in this one, he's writing in a mix. Like, sometimes he'll write in print and sometimes he'll write in cursive. And the reason why I didn't recognize the handwriting, I don't even know if that's focusing. The reason I didn't recognize the handwriting is because he was writing in cursive and I've never seen him write in cursive. So let's see. This is just one random entry. Played flinch till 9, studied till 10. Oh, so he's in school at this point. So it'll be different. He's not doing work like listing railroads, which is, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, guys. Okay, I'm just flipping through. So in January of 1903, this is the year that he will marry Georgia. He'll marry her in December, like, so the end of the year. He writes, I don't know what the whole, I can read the whole entry after, but it just popped out, wrote letter to Georgia and mailed. So cute. Oh, it's so hard to, okay. Off day in astronomy, studied and recited something till 9:10. Received a letter from Georgia. Chemistry something till noon. Oh, chemistry laboratory till noon. Except chapel something. Finished 4 o'clock. Oh my god, this is going to be hard to read. Studied bridge something. Recited 1 to 2, wrote letter to Georgia, studied till supper time. After supper, studied till 8, went downtown, came back and studied till 10. Went to bed. Bought something. Bought knife. I think it says knife. Cool. Yeah, so they met from 1901 to 1902. I wonder when exactly they met. Oh, it's too bad we don't have the 1902 diary. Grr. We're always missing, yeah, an expense, but for 1903, so we can't jump ahead just yet. Yeah, we're always missing, like, a link between, you know, but it's kind of cool because we have to imagine. Oh, there's a few expenses in here, Felicia. Took out a $5,000 insurance with the Royal Something Mutual Co. of Des Moines. Royal Union Mutual Co. Premium $105 annually. That seems like a lot back then. Gave 2 notes for first premium. The something first 55 and one due January 1st for $50. Cool. Oh, and then he went to the Masonic Lodge and paid his dues to January 1904, $3. Cool. So that one is definitely going to be more interesting. It's also going to be harder to read, definitely. I'm seeing Georgia's name again, that's why I stopped. Started to church with Georgia, but something not to go. Went to post office in the evening. So he must be, that's interesting, he's going with Georgia, so he must go and visit her on the weekends or something. Oh, he mentions her in a lot of entries. Talked with Georgia until the hack came at 1:20. Oh, the train maybe? The back? I don't know. Maybe it's like his train. Oh, he's talking about her dad too. Settled up accounts with Mr. Newton as shown elsewhere in this book. Oh, cool. He writes it. He must like keep track of his accounts. Something about 95 per month for 9 months. I don't know. Hack is like a cab. Oh, okay, cool. So he takes a cab back and forth. I know, I'm liking this. I'm sorry I'm keeping you guys later, but I like seeing her name written in his handwriting. I think it's cute. But it's going to be good to zoom in on these entries because the handwriting is very small and not very like loopy, so you really can't see. Oh, you're looking for Diaries on eBay. The what's the thing from not Girl Scouts, that's the Girl Scout code, but the thing from Mockingjay, or what is it? The Hunger Games. You know, the or something like that. Your grandfather was a mason, a stone carver. And we bought some lemons and cough medicine. Okay, hold on. Let's read this one because it sounds like he's sick. Got up at 7, studied all something, then went to the post office after dinner, studied till about 2:30, went to something and came back and studied till supper time. After supper, went downtown and bought some lemons and cough medicine. Then came back and read and studied till 10 o'clock. Egg sandwiches? Oh. I made some egg sandwiches, hot lemonade, and went to bed. Egg sandwiches. Poor Ralphie. Oh, and then the next day he also made some hot lemonade. Ew, I've never heard of hot lemonade, but I guess it's like probably like hot lemony tea tasting for his poor little throat. This will be really cool because this is the year that they get married, so we'll be able to kind of see that event coming closer and closer and closer from her diary and his. Yeah, it does sound gross. I mean, I do enjoy a lemon flavored tea, so I guess it can't be that different because he bought lemons. He's not like when I think of lemonade, it's like the sugary lemonade, but I think he's just making like hot water with lemon in it, you know? Hot lemon water. Do they live in different cities at first? Yeah, he's bouncing back and forth, it seems like, for work and then for school. So Georgia is pretty consistently in Waterloo, Iowa. And right now, Ralph is in Burlington. So Georgia in 1895, in her diary, she was in Waterloo, which wasn't far from here. So this is Waterloo. It's kind of funny. Look, Cedar Rapids is in the middle where the other diaries took place. Yeah, Lemonade. I know, it sounds... I mean, that makes sense. If it was called... If it's Lemonade, it sounds almost like it's a medicine or something. I'm going to call it hot lemon water, hot lemonade from now on. Yeah. How old is he here? It's okay. He's 20 in this diary. So this is where Georgia lives. And this is where he'll go to college. Or he already has. It's unclear. He went to college. And then he did this. And then in 1903 he also graduates from something. But I think it's a different... It's Illinois. College in Illinois that he graduates from, I think, in 1903. So he'll be there. We'll learn more about it. But right now he's in Burlington, which is here. And he's doing train work. So they're pretty far from each other now, but lemons were useful for flu symptoms. Yeah, I always hear about, like, even, like, those vitamin C drops. They're very lemony. Vitamin C, you know? Yeah, he seems older because he seems very intelligent. He was very smart. We have pictures of him. I don't know, I haven't shown them in a while. But this is Ralph, and he looks like a little baby in his picture here. But this is about the age that he is during the diary that we're reading. Yeah, and he becomes a city engineer for the city of Waterloo, and he also becomes the mayor of Waterloo. And also a volunteer weather observer. So he's into a lot of different things for the city. He went to college for, I think it's civil engineering. But yeah. And then he'll teach too. I know, Mr. Slippy. That man, Slippy. Does a little bit of everything, doesn't he? The Slippy ticket. There he is. But yet, we have not gotten a picture of Georgia yet. We've been looking and looking and looking and found nothing so far. So, hopefully we will. No, we don't know how they meet yet, but we have a theory. He ends up working for her dad, because her dad is also an engineer. And we think he must have started working for her dad or met her dad and then met her. So he either met her before or he does start working for him at one point. So I'm thinking he started working for her father and then they met and then they fell in love. Because they both love to mark how many miles they've walked. I know I do. Especially now that he's gotten a little sassy a couple times. We need a that man Slippy. I know. Maybe she was just shy. I mean, it is interesting because he's all over the place because he was the mayor. You'd think that there'd be a picture of the mayor and his wife, but the Fitbit love story, I know. I haven't really looked for the 1902 diary. These diaries were all donated to us. They weren't purchased on eBay or anything, so I think it's not very likely that there's a 1902 diary. Like, I mean, there's probably one out there, but I doubt that they're on eBay or anything. Yeah, Waterloo, Iowa. Why is it insane? Are you from there? Yeah, that's a big part of it. Patriarchal society. Very true. But there are pictures out there of her. We just haven't found any. Like in the newspaper, there's nothing here. Yeah. Well, this story was there. I can tell you, if you live in Waterloo, I can tell you where in Waterloo she lived, and you'll probably recognize the area. We have old maps and old pictures of Waterloo and stuff. So, okay, maybe it's down here. It So these are old maps. Her house was on Mulberry Street. Oh, I can't zoom in there. Hold on. I think I can zoom in on here. Yeah. So her house was like on Mulberry Street. It was near, I think, like somewhere over here. Near the churches and the high school. Could make an ancestry tree for them and use hints to maybe find pictures. Are you talking about for Ralph and Georgia? What were you thinking? Hold on. I think I missed something. Yeah, Hallmark should make a movie about it, yeah. Oh my god, your relatives used to and do live on that street still. What's, if you don't mind sharing, obviously, like, if you don't want to, it's fine, but, like, a last name. Just, like, throw a last name out there. And I can tell you if she mentioned them. She didn't really talk much about people around, but she had a few friends on that street that I think she would go visit and stuff. Yeah, we do have an ancestry tree for Ralph and Georgia. Berumez. That doesn't ring a bell. But, I mean, this was 1895, so a long time ago. She did have, and a lot of the people she mentioned too, now that I think about it, were by first name, so that's not very helpful either. What am I doing? What was I doing? I was looking at, the family tree here. We do have a family tree, and we have some pictures of people, but haven't found one of Georgia yet. I think we've scoured, I scoured the newspapers.com search until about a certain point, and I haven't picked it up again, but nothing came out easily. High school yearbook, I haven't seen one for her class. She graduated high school in 1896. So even if it probably doesn't have pictures or anything, it's probably just lists. Which I found lists of people who graduated that year, but yeah, so this is Mulberry Street. So on Mulberry Street in 1900, we had the Fitzwilliams, the Newtons. That's her family. The Byfords, Haig, Crew, Blowers, McElhenney, Ruckett, Bodie, Russell. Oh, we're on a different street already. Okay, so there were like not many people. Oh, that's already a different street. Interesting. So was only one person listed on Mulberry Street, or is this like not in order at all? I don't know. Anyways, nearby to her, I don't see that last name, but yeah, on Family Search, I don't know if we've tried. Yeah, I guess Rachel says we've tried that too, so you must have, but I haven't personally scoured Family Search. But yeah, we'll keep looking, and then maybe we've also found a couple of relatives of Georgia's. So far, none of them have had pictures, but maybe they'll turn up. It is possible only one person on the street, but it's like a city, so I'm surprised. It seems like that street had multiple houses on it even back then, but I don't know. Currently trying to transcribe my grandfather's World War II letters. Is the Notes app okay or better place? I prefer Google Docs or like another word processor. Yeah, it's true. If they were wealthy, maybe they were the only ones. Yeah, I like Google Docs because I can easily adjust formatting and stuff. I feel like the Notes app, I mean, if you use it a lot and you're comfortable with it, then maybe that's the best choice for you. But for me, I find it kind of hard to change the way things are like laid out, and I'm always afraid of deleting it for some reason. You were at the bottom. Well, yeah, so I was at the bottom of the census page because I'll show you. it's actually at the top of the census page on the next page. So down here is her dad, M.L. Newton. They don't even say the street because there's not enough room. So that's M.L. Newton, and it's on Mulberry Street. So then when you flip to the next page, that is Mulberry Street, and that's her mom. So, like, that's the rest of M.L. Newton's family and the boarders that lived in his house. And then there's just the Fitzwilliam family on that street. And then the next street is a different street. So it really is only, like, a couple of... Yeah, the next page is Mulberry. This is Mulberry. And that's it. There's only 2 families. Yeah. I think, unless, like, they puttered around and maybe they went from Mulberry to this East 5th Street and then maybe it goes back to Mulberry, but I don't know why they would do that. Walnut Street. Okay, they're on East 5th Street again here. So maybe we need to do a little... Yeah, they keep going to East 5th Street and then other streets. Oh! Here it is! Mulberry again. Okay, cool. Yes. So it sounds like they're not going, or it looks like they're not going in, like, doing the whole street and then another whole street. They're going back and forth. Oh, Rachel, good night. I'm surprised they did it like this, too. It's very chaotic. Georgia's mom's obituary keeps saying family farm. Really? Well, her family, Georgia's mom's family, they all have farms. So, down in LaPorte City, Big Creek, Iowa, and Eagle Township, Iowa, they have, like, big plots of land. So that's probably why. And they lived in LaPorte City for a long time, and they only moved to Mulberry Street in the city of Waterloo like 3 years before she wrote this diary. So they definitely have oh, that sounds fun though, planning an Italy trip. Okay, so we have the Fishers, the Pints, the Foxes, the Mutes, or no, White, Stilson, McDonald, English, Weber, Kaufman, Burton. It doesn't look like it says Burton. Oh, this says Burton. Yeah, that's a... Oh, what's the last name? Oh, Proctor. Remington, Jackson, Bentley, Fuller, Fisher, Webster. Codwallader. I wonder if there's more. Yeah, because there's Franklin Street again. Whose idea was this? Yeah, we have Mulberry again. Whose idea was it to create the census in such a chaotic manner? Steege. We know the Steeges, actually. She has a friend named Emma Steege. So I guess Emma Steege lived on East 9th Street. I think we knew that, but now we know for sure. Hesser, Greenlee, Stafford. I don't like this because we'll never know when we're done with Mulberry. Oh, here's another Mulberry. Row. That's ridiculous. I don't like this. I feel like most of the time I don't know. Are most of the censuses like this? Byford, Mencior, Ford, Farnsworth, Walker, Leonard, Musset, Fleeter. I am not seeing anything familiar. Another Mulberry Street. Oh my god. I guess it's a really long street, but... Dunham, Reynolds, Crabtree. Lafayette Street. Gaffney. Lafayette, East 9th. Mulberry, okay. Is the person whose family lived over there still here? In case I find your family. Okay, so this would be Black McGilkin, Kemp, Beardsley, Eve, Garvin, Brooks, Perry, Starr. Okay, you're still here, good. Now I'm worried too that I'm not going in the right direction. Like, there's probably some after her too. After her family was mentioned. I knew it didn't really make sense. Oh, this is East Mulberry Street now. Barker, Close, Kosh. It didn't make sense that there were only like 2 people on the street, is what I started to say. Sycamore. Okay, maybe this is the end of where Mulberry shows up. Lafayette, East 5th. I could look at a map, that would help, but I'm not gonna. And I'll read the chat in a minute. Lafayette, Sycamore. Okay, I haven't seen Mulberry in a while, so what I'm gonna do is make my life easier and go back in with Georgia's name highlighted, and we'll go the other way for a little bit and see if Mulberry continues to pop up. Walnut. I like how they're all trees. Some of them, I guess, not all of them. Franklin, Walnut, Franklin. Oh, I totally could be searching the census for the last name too, and I'm not. I should have done that instead. Yeah, I don't see much more of Mulberry Street. It's always fun to browse the census anyways. I like doing that because it's like taking a walk around. And a lot of times, especially in the Fairfax Diaries that we read, all of the neighbors knew each other really well and always like hung out with each other. So when you walk around on the census in Fairfax, there's all people that are mentioned in the diary, so it's fun. Like, oh, I know that person. It feels like that, at least. That's true. Maybe they just went by who was available. Might be on the main street through town. Yes, well, it was one of them, definitely. So that makes sense. They did, like, maybe it is set up by grids. Yes, I think it is. I think you're right. Because in those old maps, there are, like, numbered grids. There must be some kind of method, but it's not the method I want. They should have thought about that. No, I don't think the census falls in civil engineer's wheelhouse. But he would be doing, like, surveying of the city and mapping, and he does that later. He works in survey work, I don't know. Search the census to get a sense. Ha ha ha, census. Dad joke by Dad. Thanks, Dad. Newspapers.com is not free. They have a subscription. But you can also, we were talking about this earlier, but you can sometimes find, if you're searching for very specific information or a specific place, some libraries offer their local newspapers for free. Or they can at least, like, if you're looking for a certain piece of information, they can find it for you and send you the clipping. But if you just want to browse, unfortunately, newspapers.com is not free. But there are other ones too. Newspaper Archives is one. I think that one also has a subscription, but I don't have that. Okay, I think I'm gonna head out. If you're lucky, like Jen, you get everything free through your library. I know, yes, and I'm pretty sure the whole state of Maine, you can get free Ancestry if you're in Maine, which is, I don't know why Maine, but I love it, and I wish that Massachusetts did that. Yeah, look in your library website, because your library could offer free Ancestry or freenewspapers.com Sometimes you have to actually access it in the library, but still, if you're just doing a little poking around, spend a day there and see if you like it before you subscribe, you know. All right, bye everybody. Bye Valentina. Thank you for being here. That was kind of a, boring-ish month. He did almost cut his finger off, so I guess that was interesting. Which city are you struggling to find newspapers? I'm not. I don't know who, I forget who was commenting now, but I don't know if they're looking at any particular city, but fun as always. Bye everybody. Have a good night. See you next week. Oh, I didn't make the event yet, but I'm going to do it right now. So, oh, wait a second. What's next Tuesday? Yeah, no. I'll be on next Tuesday. In a few Tuesdays, I'm going to not have one because it's my birthday, but that's a few weeks from now. Getting ahead of myself. So, March 5th, I'll be live again at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I will make an event right now. Have a good night.
So apparently both New York...
Bye, everyone.